And we're live. What's going on, everybody? To new resellers unite with your boy Alex, Fatman The Flipper, your friendly neighborhood fat man. And look who we have here. If you guys look at the panel, you might see some familiar faces, and you also might see some new faces. But I'm gonna go ahead and let introduce those. Thank you all for watching. Also, stay. We're gonna get crazy. We don't know really what's gonna happen, so hopefully you guys enjoy this. And I'm gonna start with my boy DG Picker. Go ahead, introduce yourself.
What's up, guys? I'm Jordan, DG Picker. As usual, I sell on Amazon, eBay. I've actually been talking to one guy on the panel here about Macari. I'm looking into that. We're trying to ramp up eBay sales right now and trying to focus on some R8 to get some more stuff into Amazon. But yeah, that's it.
All right, that's what's up. What's up, Jordan? Like always, I talk to you every day. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my homeboy Pat Dees. He's in the show again tonight. Thank you for being here, Pat Dees. Go ahead, say what's up to everybody.
Well, I'm Pat D72. I'm here in the Poconos in Pennsylvania, and I sell on eBay for 21 years. And I just started selling on Amazon in January. And I do a bunch of things to actually make money. I want to appreciate Alex having me on. We were on last week talking about vintage toys, and that's one of the things I like to buy and sell and even collect some. So I was glad to be back on the show this week and support his channel. And anyone who's following us, you should be subscribed already to Fatman The Flipper's channel because he's a great guy.
Oh, I feel special. Thank you, Pat. Thank you for the kind words. Thank you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and introduce. I'm gonna save the super special guest for last because I think he's a super special guest. But I have two super special guests. But I'm gonna introduce my actually one of my best friends that's here in Miami with me. You guys, if you've seen my videos, you've seen him with me. His name's Oscar. Oscar, go ahead and say what's up to everybody.
What's up, everybody? My name's Oscar El Cubanazo. Just recently started selling on Amazon, eBay, a little bit in Mercari. I'm originally a collector. I've been doing estate sales, yard sales for a couple of years, but just recently got into reselling with Alex.
He's actually been reselling for a while, but just when he saw me doing everything I was doing, I guess it motivated him to check it out too. And he hasn't stopped, man. This guy, he reminds me of me when I just first heard of everything. But yeah, man, awesome to have you on this show, Oscar, and my super duper special guest. Now, before he says anything, I don't want you guys don't go check like clear your eyes out or anything. Yes, feast your eyes on my main man from another Ohioan. Go ahead, say what's up to everybody, Josh.
How is everybody doing? I am the Suburban Beard. Also Josh, and been chatting with Alex and Jordash, the DG Picker, for a couple weeks now, and I sell full-time eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Etsy, and just meet some other people doing it, so I don't feel alone in the world hiding out in my garage. And I am not the bearded picker, in case anybody's wondering, or related to him.
You know, when I got invited on the show tonight, I thought I was sitting down with the Big Show from wrestling here, and so I wasn't going to give him a hard time.
Yeah, he does look a little bit like the Big Show, but yeah, definitely. There's only one bearded picker. There's only one of him, but I'm sure if this, I don't know. Have you ever had anybody come up to you and be like, "Hey, are you the bearded picker?"
No, I honestly, I was like, I wonder if like someone in Goodwill just run into me. But I think most of the people who follow him know he doesn't live up here. So unless it's a retail arbitrage hall, I don't think he's coming to Ohio anytime soon. So
that's awesome. So yeah, I just want to just give a quick just look at everybody that's in the chat. Say what's up to everybody. Trista, what's going on? Trista Recreates, Frontier Flipper. Nice to have you here. Pat Sands, NASCAR man, Derek, my boy. John from Nevermore Antiques. What's going on, John, man? Mystic Shop. Hello, I'm everyone. I'm from Michigan. Michigan's I've never been there, but glad to have you all the way from Michigan watching the show. Uh, I got a friend in the house tonight too, Alexander Monovis. This guy is an amazing human being. One of my best friends from a very long time. And DJ B Hulin, what's up, Angelita, Eric, Landshark Picker, CJ, Sue's in the house. Seashell, she sells by Sue. Train Watcher, just Uli Gamer, Jason, everybody, Terry, so many house. This is Rebecca. This is amazing. What's up, everybody?
Did you
Hey,
see who?
Wade,
Yeah, Wade's here.
Wade, what's going on? Wade, that's my dog, Wade, right there. I love Wade, man. He's just a person, bro. Totally Kess. Fat girl Sawyer, what's up? Everybody, Oscar S is here, man. If you guys saw the last video I came out with, that's Oscar right there. Oscar S, he's in the chat. What's going on, man? Nice to see you. Ran into him at a church sale last week when it was one of the best experiences ever. Alma Gonzalez, that's actually my mom. For those who don't know, that lady right there, that's my mom. Say what's up to her. Sam Dollar, just everybody. If I miss anybody else, I just want to thank you all for watching. I love this. I love the fact that you all are here. Paul Turner, I saw you too. Terry, everybody. So this is just another, just to those, if there's anybody new to my channel, to the live show that we're doing on Saturday nights. I thought we should do something for, that's more new reseller based, right? Like something for us new resellers more than anything, to get together and really like let's talk about the things that go through our head and see if we can learn something from each other, or at the very least, at least talk about what we go through and try to create that little relationship between each other and get to know each other. So again, thank you all for being in the chat. So anybody has anything they want to talk about in specific, or what's been going on with you guys?
I can jump in. That we were talking just before we started. So we have a thrift store around here called Volunteers of America, and there's enough of them in the area. I thought it was a more common thing, but just discovered it's only in Ohio and Indiana. And I'm wondering how many more thrift stores.
Into one of those.
Just kind of tap on the wall, and I know how to turn it. Okay.
I wonder if there's any even by you.
Yeah, dude, I've never ran into one. There's at least
Now,
nothing.
what do they support? Is it veterans or
Nonprofit, Ministry of Service, 1,000 professional employees, dedicated to helping people reach their full potential. So it seems like the same style of
Goodwill?
Yeah.
Right. I wonder if we have something around here in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. I know that one of the guys that do a show, he goes there. It's called Volunteers of America.
Volunteers of America.
I'll have to check that out because it's always good finding new sources. Yeah, I think there is in Wilkes-Barre, Pennsylvania. There is a Volunteers of America thrift store. Yeah.
Because this one, it just says Ohio and Indiana. They have different in each area. They also do. You can donate your car, auto auctions. Interesting.
So I got something cool we could do. Everybody that's in the chat, whether you're a new reseller or not, why don't you type in like what city or state you're from, and if you know of any thrift stores that are outside of like the normal, like the Goodwills and the Salvation Armies and stuff like that, something that might be not found, so that if anybody is in your area or in your state or something and they haven't heard of it, they can probably go check it out.
Absolutely.
I want to answer a question. It says K97 has, when you guys find old stuff like video cassettes or blank video cassettes or audio cassettes and they are sealed, do you open them up? If they are brand new and sealed, I don't personally open them up because I sell them as, new. I actually just came across that the other day. I picked up a 6-pack of brand new VHS tapes, and you're going to get more money being able to say, hey, these are new sealed, because what happened is at one time someone probably bought those. And then, we converted to DVDs, and now they're cleaning out, and they came across, they never used them. But there's people that still want to record shows on VCRs, and I'm going to leave them sealed so I can sell them and get more money that way.
Cool.
Now, everybody, and we talked about this a little bit. And you guys, if you want to put, Josh and Oscar, if you want to type in the chat so that the people can click on the 3 dots to the right of your name, they can subscribe to your channel. That's the best way to do it, so they're not leaving the show. They can click, open another tab. So don't be afraid to interact in the chat.
Yeah, so basically, guys, if you go ahead and subscribe to these guys. I mean, I think Josh had mentioned to me that he either is doing some YouTube or is thinking about doing YouTube. But it's just a way to show some love. I know Oscar, I don't think he does any YouTube at all. But if you guys want to subscribe to him, maybe it'll encourage him to videotape himself doing Oscar things. You know what I'm saying? So, and DG Picker, always, if anybody is new to this channel and haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to DG Picker, subscribe to me, your friendly neighborhood fat man, and Pat D's as well. If there's anybody in this pack I subscribe to, go ahead, show us some love and subscribe. And Train Watcher Don had a question for DG. Hey, Jordan, can you see the chat?
No, I can't since I'm on my phone. So.
Oh, so yeah, we're still balling on a budget. All right, guys. Let's share this so we can try to get my homeboy over here some internet access in Ohio. Apparently, where he lives is just there's no internet. I don't know how he does his Amazon or his eBay, but he can't do the live chat. So let's help him out. Let's do something. Figure it out.
Yeah, it won't. Yeah, it's not.
Now you Jordash. Usually, we're picking on Jordan a little bit tonight because his mom didn't decide what J they wanted to use for his name. So we're kind of every hour going to change up his name here. So
yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't
usually when you have your cell phone, it pops out the chat there. So I don't know why. Must be the way you're holding. I think if you turn it on the side, sometimes.
I'm using Hangouts on my phone, so it's not.
Oh, okay. I think. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Learning
what
curve.
Was that?
Was
that a truck?
My phone,
yeah, it sounded like a tractor trailer that went by there.
All right, I'm sorry about all right, so yeah, actually, there's some people here. Let's see here. Okay. Cleveland, Ohio. The Cleveland Picker said Value World. I don't know if you guys have heard of Value World.
It's another great.
No.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Never heard of it either. No.
That a thrift store?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little of everything. I've seen newer stuff in there as well. There's 3 around us. I know I go to the one usually over in Lakewood, just north or west of Cleveland. But a lot of thrift, same type of thing. If they're nonprofit or if they are just a regular store that sells. They're organized by color. I remember that. As opposed to size.
Cool. And Caesar Cesario. I don't know if that's how I said, but it just sounds Cesario. Said CT, which will be Connecticut, right? Red, white, and blue. Texas Thrift in Houston. It's just one store, but it's big and nearby my house. Rhode Island, new to you, run by people with challenges. Oh wait, that was Derek. Derek said that. Florence, Alabama, and we have the Blue Door, that thrift store, and so that's pretty cool. I think you guys share will help out some people, hopefully in your area that haven't heard about it. Because I know I haven't heard about none of those places.
Have you heard of Bargain Box? I see K97 makes a comment in the chat. Bargain Box thrift shop is on West Flagler in Miami. Have you been to that one, Alex?
I've never even heard of it, dude. Never even heard of it. I've been doing the yard sale thing lately, man. I haven't really hit up thrift stores. I do like once in a while, but I go to like the same ones lately. Oh, we went to that Salvation Army today.
Salvation Army was good. I was looking for Beanie Babies to add to my collection. Have a collection of close to 400 Beanie Babies up in the top of my closet that I've been picking up at Goodwills, yard sales, and I don't know. I haven't seen a large demand market for them. I haven't been able to try to sell any either. But I know that there are some that are valuable. I was able to pick up the Princess Diana Beanie Baby a couple years ago, and I have seen it listed on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money. I've seen $1,200. I've seen up to $5,000, and in one case, I've seen $64,000 a listing on eBay. There are some Beanie Babies that get rare, so every time I see one, I pick it up. Today, I picked up 5.
Yeah, Frontier Flipper says no Beanie Babies. I've heard that a lot, but yeah, when you told me about that Princess Diana Beanie Baby, and I looked it up, and I actually saw some sold, completed, like actual that went for thousands of dollars. I didn't believe that, man. I didn't believe it.
Well, and you guys got to be careful. I'm going to comment on that because not all completed sales, I believe, are real. That reminds me of the old Disney movies that they talk about, the VHS, the diamond. So I think sometimes people are kind of do those to kind of set up to sell other things that they're selling, but some of those sales aren't real. So just be careful. Again, do your homework. Oscar, if you're collecting some of them for yourself, as long as you're not going out there spending $500 for a Beanie Baby, you're going to be okay. I mean, if you're only investing $2 to $5, at the end of the day, because you could even have a yard sale yourself or a flea market and maybe sell a bunch of them, and kids walking around with their parents, at least you'll recoup your money back. But that's why you don't always believe everything those comps. And that's just advice I'm giving you. I've been on for 21 years, but just recently started getting into it again full time. And I have a lady that has loads of Beanie Babies and those VHS. I just picked up 400 VHS movies. I got them for $10, all of them. I mean, you do the math. I mean, that was 2.5, 3 cents a piece. If I sell them for $1 or $2, it's probably about what they're worth. People that have old, can't find those movies because Blockbuster's closed or that movie is not on Netflix anymore. Some people don't want to be bothered with those items making $1 or $2. I still am willing to list those. I mean, I got a lot of things I list. I sell a variety of things. I don't just have a niche.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that, but yeah, because like today we went with, it was me, Oscar, and he brought his sister-in-law, and for a nickname, her nickname is Yard Sale Yami, and but see, the thing is that Oscar and Yami, they've been picking for, you know what I'm saying, versus me. I'm new, so I actually, every time I go, I learn something new about a new category or whatever it may be. And like I overlooked this thing right here, $2, and I said, oh, that's pretty cool. It's probably worth something. But I didn't. And so this is kind of like a bolo for all you new resellers that go out picking. Like, do your research before you buy, obviously, but this is from Stangl, and it says hand painted oven proof antique gold, and it's supposedly 22 karat gold paint. Like little, I guess they put gold in the paint, and she was telling me about it, and she was telling me times things like that, ceramic and things like that go for decent money. And I looked it up, and it sells for decent money. So it was cool to learn about that in that moment and do a little bit of research. And that's what I like about my process as like a new reseller and going out, sourcing or just picking or like looking at stuff. You'd be amazed at what you find, and what you learn about. And
Yeah, another thing that she saw while we were looking at the estate sales, because she likes to go and she likes to look through the pictures and see everything. I think everybody likes to see exactly, zoom into the pictures to see exactly what they have on the table. She noticed that there was a brass vase, right? But looking closely at it, it looked like it was a spittoon. Remember, the old
yeah,
spittoon is where that you would spit, when you chew, and then some of these things go upward of $600. So that's something that I learned today as well. Going out with the yard sale yummy, and it's and I agree with Alex. Learning every time you learn something new about a new what's out there. That's valuable. I've had a lot of luck because I get to a yard sale and then I walk up to a table and then I immediately find something. Something that's valuable. But that's something that I would have overlooked. A spittoon. I would have seen a brass vase and not realized that it could have been some type of antique spitting device.
antique spinning. Yo, Justin, what's up, man? Talk to us, bro. How was your weekend going? What's going on with you? Tell me, talk to me.
I didn't do too much. But I went to Goodwill Friday. Today we went and did a Easter egg hunt, and I've just been listing on eBay all day.
Hey, Justin, do you got a penny list this week?
There's like one thing. It's what is it? Dollar General brand, women's laxative 30 count tablets.
None of us are going to need that.
Yeah. So if you want to have a bad day, you can go buy all those. So.
And Josh, what's up with you, man?
So I did want to point out.
So go ahead, say whatever you want. Go.
I want to bring up. I know they're all over. Almago Gonzalez wrote about Ollie. Does everybody have those?
Ollie's?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have them in our area. Yeah.
I love that store. I haven't hit it yet. Since I'm just learning Amazon. I want to go in there and attempt some sort of books for Amazon.
Now I remember mentioning Ollie's before because, like, she said about the Obama. She is my first sourcing trip was to an Ollie's bargain, and I bought a bunch of chia pets because the ROI was like 150 to 100% on it. So I was like, okay, I could definitely I'll flip this. It was my first sourcing trip for Amazon, and so whatever. I remember somebody mentioning later on, it was not too long ago, that you have to be careful, especially with Amazon, because the receipts are generic.
Right.
So if Amazon were to ask you for proof of authenticity or whatever, you can get into some trouble with them. So that's one thing you have to be. I was lucky. I haven't to this day been bothered with any of that, but still, it's something you might want to think about. I'll always check also the used, because sometimes the used doesn't sell for much less, and I don't think it's worth the risk to make an extra like $1 or $2 off an item. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's worth the risk to have Amazon be bothering you with those
Right.
kind of things. But Ollie's is a really cool place. You could always sell that stuff on eBay. You know what I'm saying? Ollie's. I love Ollie's. I love Ollie's, man. My first sourcing trip was probably one of my best ones for, like, my first shipment to Amazon was probably one of my best shipments to Amazon.
Yeah, they just opened an Ollie's in Cuyahoga Falls like a month ago, maybe. And then they're opening one locally to me probably this summer.
Sue brought up a good point on the side chat. Be careful with Ollie's, and you take a photo of the price sticker because they use their own. That also happens, I notice, at Dollar Tree. What's happening is they're covering up the normal book UPC, and they're putting their own, so they all scan like at a book, like at $1 or $2. So, but you can do a lot of them, especially with books. You can use your scanner and take a picture of the front, and it will pull it up. I was trying to look for it. You know, I haven't gotten any books from Ollie's, but I've had books that I know were Ollie's that I've gotten at Goodwill. The only downside I don't like about the Ollie's books is they seem to put 5 stickers on them. So, you know, you're there, you spend a lot of time, you know, taking off a lot of stickers, and some of them are very difficult to take off. If you want to know if it's worth your time, I don't know the site, but there's a site that does the rankings of the books. You know, I think you know, there's like 15 million books out there, and I think in books you want to be like in the top, you know, million. So I was trying to find a website. I printed up one day of all the categories that you want to be in the top, like 1, 3, and like 5%. Again, that's just part of doing your homework. Don't be always in a hurry to quick grab, because I've been guilty of it myself, that I bought stuff that I thought, oh, this is a good price, it's $1, and I'm still sitting on it. So that's money that's tied up that maybe I would have found something else that had a better sales rank that I would have sold.
Yeah, I just did that Friday.
Yeah, well, unless you find a book like I did my first time there, I paid $2.50 a piece, and the profits after fees, shipping, and everything, I was making $18 off of each book. And they got there, and within the first month, no, the first like month and a half, first 6 weeks, they sold those books. It was a Little Red Riding Hood book. That's one of the reasons why I do books, man, because that was my first sourcing trip for Amazon. And like I found that book and I sent it in as new. I didn't like I did one of those things where like, oh, it's new, so I'm gonna just send it in as new. And luckily I didn't get hit up with nothing, but that could have turned bad.
One thing I've learned too with books is don't click match, like when you're scanning on your phone, don't click match the low price, because I did that a couple times and I sold some books at a $3 or $4 loss. And here what was happening is they were books that were, let's say the going rate for the book was $9.70, $10, something like that. There were people on there selling it for $4, but it wasn't counting that it was being shipped by the seller, not by Amazon, and there was a $4 shipping and handling, the handling fee. So I remember probably the first 20 books I sold, I probably took a loss. So I quick adjusted for that. I mean, I've sold books on eBay too. I was at a Goodwill one day, and a lady was scanning a book, and I said, "Oh, what are you doing?" She says, "I said, you sell on Amazon." She kind of looked at me because I basically called her out on what she was doing, which I didn't care. I was just trying to learn myself and talk to her about it. And there was a book that she passed up on. It was a makeup and hair book. It had a little ding on the corner. Now, you couldn't send it into Amazon because, it wouldn't qualify. But I listed it up on eBay, and I sold it like within 2 weeks for $40.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah. You don't want to lose money when you're dealing with Amazon. Now, Josh, and no, I'm not talking to Jordan. I'm talking to Josh. Josh, you told, you just started selling on Amazon, or you were thinking about selling on Amazon?
So I just started. I have about 60 products on it, but it's extension cords and happy planners and stuff like that. The extension cords aren't going to sell anytime soon. I keep getting the emails from Amazon. I need to lower my price, but it's all Christmas. Candy cane, extension cords, all that kind of stuff. And I'm just going to let it sit, but it's building up the rest of it that's causing me problems because I guess not looking and finding those items. That's been my biggest struggle. I was talking to, Justine earlier, and I was telling him I'm just Sorry. I don't want to quit Amazon, but every month I'm just giving Amazon money to like basically have a store and have my items in there.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Now, Josh, do you sell on eBay also?
eBay, Amazon, Mercari, Poshmark, Etsy, Facebook, Amazon. If I can sell it there, I'll do it. Cross post everything.
Right. And when did you start with Amazon?
January.
Yeah, so did I. I started like the third or fourth week January. Now
Yeah, I started too.
I have about 214 listings right now. I'm selling roughly about $1,100, $1,200 a month, which in some people would say, "Ah, that's not a lot." But hey, from going 0 to 1,200, what I've done, and I made contact with. I have a friend who has a sporting goods store, and they run into a problem where they don't, new inventory is coming in, and they're sitting on stuff, and they put a code on their box. So they're like, hey, I've had this stuff for 2 years. I showed them how I could sell. So I'm not putting the money out for that product, and then we're splitting the profit. So I'm finding a lot of stuff that way. But I'm also, I'll give you an example. Is I went into the Salvation Army, and Sam's Club had donated pallets of stuff. I went in there, and I wish I would have been there earlier, but they had envelopes for $3 a box. Now those envelopes usually sell for $30 a box. I bought all of them, and there was like 15 boxes left. I've been selling them. I'm down to two. I have 2 boxes left. I'm finding. I went into Staples, and they had $40,000 worth. I talked to the manager. They had $40,000 worth of clearance stuff that they need to clean out. I bought a whole bunch of that stuff, and I've been finding that I'm selling, and there's no returns on a lot of those things because small businesses buy them and they use them. They're not as, I've had a couple returns, which that's part of the business. But I'm constantly looking for things. I'm scanning. I try to buy anything that's 75 to 90% off, because to make money on Amazon, unless it's a hot item that you can sell more than what Walmart's selling for, you just gotta pay the right price.
Right. It's been my struggle. Every time I'll scan something in the store, look at it. I'm like, this is it. This is a great item. I'm going to make. And then I turn around and I start digging in even more once I get home. And I'm like, well, either A, I need to return it, or I end up actually selling it on eBay for more than I thought I'd even make on Amazon. So that's what has been pushing all of it and pushing the limits, even in getting into Poshmark of what you can sell. So like all the happy planners are an accessory I sell. Pins, I've gotten a ton of sales from that kind of stuff, but it's my retail arbitrage. None of it really pans out yet. I'm still going for it. It's not over.
Yeah, you'll see the margins on Amazon for us as sellers is not as good as eBay, but you could just sell so much more if you can just find products that you can sell in there. There's stuff I can't sell in there. I mean, I've been on, like I said, since January 2, and I'll come across stuff that I was at the other day, a store, and I clicked on it, and it just didn't have enough sales that I saw on eBay, so I passed. Now, sometimes I don't care. If I see enough being sold on Amazon and eBay, I will grab the item. But I also, I try to stick to a certain budget. I'm not going to go crazy and buy $500 just because it's there, because I like to sometimes test the waters. This way I'm not too deep into one product.
Yeah, it was my first item on Amazon. Once I got it in, they all instantly, like that day. And I was like, this is it. This is awesome. And of course, I did the testing. It was these little Vampirina collectible deals, or 50 cents at Walmart, selling for 12 cents per two, or $12 for every 2-pack. And it was amazing. And of course, I went back, bought a few more, and now you can't find them anywhere, hence why they were going so fast on Amazon. But ever since then, anything I grab, I'm like, hey, I can do this. And then I realize I get it home and it has red X's all over the other UPC on the back, so I can't send it in. And I'll sell it on eBay and make my money on it. But yeah, I still keep looking. I'm still trying. Things that I sent in recently, I clicked the little learn more about getting ungated, and they opened me up and I could sell it, so I could send it in. So it's been okay, but yeah, it's finding that next step in the evolution of it. I don't want to stop. I like the idea of Amazon of not having to deal with anything.
I think comes like now this time when all the clearance stuff is pretty much all gone and all that stuff. It's about preparing yourself for the future when it comes to Amazon. Um, like how you have those extension cords for Christmas, right? Like, yeah, that's a pretty good mistake that you made because you probably I think you shouldn't have sent them in so early because you're spending money on those storage fees every month and then the long term storage fees will come and all these things. But good learning lesson. So it's things like that you prepare yourself for to be able to hit up. Like think a little bit more ahead of time and look for those kind of things before time. Like the sleeping bags that I had bought, I bought them knowing that I was gonna sell them around this time. And there's a few sleeping bags I still have. I had 2 sleeping bags as of last week that were still there, and I thought they weren't gonna sell because I was like, oh, maybe it's because it's the type of sleeping bag that it is. It was like this little weird. Maybe they don't like it, but it turns out it was just I had to wait, and sure enough, they started selling, and I'm pretty much sold out of those sleeping bags, because, but that I think that's how it kind of works at this time with Amazon. That's one thing that I try to do, when I go out doing retail arbitrage and stuff. I don't just hit up clearance. There's a lot of times you'll find things that at regular price it sells for more. Like I was telling Jordan the other day, those Oreos, them Game of Thrones Oreos, dude. I go to the store, I see these this black bags of Oreos. You know what I'm saying? I see them and they're like for $4, and I'm like, man, I bet you this thing. I wonder if I could sell Oreos. And I go, I bet you this thing probably sells for more. And I just check it out, and it was selling for like almost $30 per package of Oreos, and I wasn't restricted. I was able to sell them, but I said I'm too late. Like there's no way that I can buy all of these Oreos at 4 something a piece, and by the time they get to Amazon, that they're gonna sell for what they're selling at now. And sure enough, I told Jordan, look, I'll watch. The very next day, I check it again, and they were cut in half. The prices were cut in half.
The sales rank doubled, and the price was in half.
Yeah, and now you look at it, and people are losing money on those Oreos unless they got them at pennies.
Yesterday, I went to Target yesterday, and I found them. And as soon as you scan it, without even entering in the price that you bought it for, you were already losing 57 cents.
Yeah, dude. That's and that's what happens with. I mean, when you're a new reseller and you're new to Amazon and you're learning, those kind of things will happen. If you don't know what you're doing, and some people have to go through those kind of things to learn that you're gonna lose money if you do that. And other people are a little more fortunate. They might have been given the information sooner, or they might have just known it already. But that happens. You know what I'm saying? And unless those people got them at a penny a piece, and they have some kind of a secret deal with Amazon, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Amazon, I know you want to charge me $5-6 for fees, but how about you just charge me $1? Like, that'd be nice.
And I don't think that happens.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that doesn't happen. It's not to like bash Amazon, but this was like a thought that popped in my head. I'm like, Amazon's making money off of, because no matter what it sells for, Amazon is still going to charge you that fee. That's just a thought that popped in my head. I don't know if that's true because I don't know what your fees are or anybody else's fees are. But I said, hold on, Amazon, they probably charge the same fee to everybody more or less, right?
Yeah, they do.
You get what I'm saying? So they're making crazy money, and they're not going to stop letting people sell on their platform if they're making the same no matter what. So they're allowing people to come in, and they're losing money, and they know it. You know what I'm saying? And then there's people that do it, and it's sad. It sucks. I wish that I don't want that to happen to anybody, dude. I wish we all become wealthy and Amazon and all that stuff, but some of us Some of us will, some of us won't. You know.
The other thing I want to talk about is, does anybody else do Macari? Macari, however you say it.
I don't.
I do.
Yeah, Oscar does. You guys talk. You guys talk.
I've
I
had
like-
I've had a lot of success in Mercari in the past week, and I mean, I just started 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I've been doing it for about a month, and I was I every time if there's something I can't sell on eBay, I put it on Mercari. I make money on it
Yeah,
always, and I charge more. Period. Like and people pay it and they go for it, and I don't know if it's because they like that better than eBay. Use Mercari, it kind of works like in the Poshmark sense, where somebody pays for something, they hold the money until they get it. They have to leave a rating for the seller. If they don't leave a rating in 3 days, the seller automatically gets a 5-star rating, and then they get their money. So everyone's kind of protected and covered in that sense. So nobody's, out the money. You don't have to worry about returns and all that kind of fun stuff. Well, obviously, if somebody wants to return it, but as you losing your money. So I think everyone's more comfortable in the situation. And the fees, before you even post it, you see what you will pay out of pocket done before you hit sell the item.
right.
Look
Right.
into that.
Yeah, I've had laptops and computers on eBay that I didn't even have not even one watcher, and then I've gone ahead and listed it on Mercari, and within 24 hours, I already had questions from people interested in. What I think also is another thing that people who are on Mercari looking to buy things, I think that their platform for communications is probably a little bit better because it's instant. So
Yep.
They send in a message or a question, we receive it versus on eBay. It's in the form of an email, basically the way the messages are. So I'm responding to them within 5 minutes, and then within I've had an item listed, and within 24 hours it's gotten sold, and I've already had it relisted several times on eBay, and I had it listed basically for the same amount. So I have a lot of faith in Mercari. I like their platform. I like the way that it works, and I think that a lot of people do too. We actually met somebody today while we were at a yard sale, and he was looking through a lot of clothes. He sells a lot on Poshmark, and he started talking about Mercari. Remember, Alex?
Yeah.
He was saying, the way that he sees Mercari has been growing lately. It's just a lot more people. I guess he's been, I guess, since it began. He was listing, I think he said, and then him and his girlfriend. That's basically what they did. They sell on Poshmark. They've also started listings on Mercari, and then they've seen, consistently receiving more questions or more, communications on the things that they're listing on Mercari, more than Poshmark. So I think that a lot of people might be moving over to that platform. Me personally, I love it.
I wonder how many, Oscar, do you know how many listings Macari has?
No, I'm not sure. That's a good question. That's something to look into.
Obviously a smaller platform. I think what happens is too, I've seen this before in the past. When someone gets hell bent on not wanting to buy something from a certain platform, they're just not going to buy it there. So, Etsy, Mercari, these Poshmarks, people say, I'm not dealing with eBay. They don't care, because some people, even if they could get it at a tremendous price, they're just not going to go on eBay. There's that perception about eBay that oh, I'm going to get ripped off. I've had someone say that to me recently when I told them to buy something there. I said, no, you're not. You're guaranteed, through PayPal and eBay. You're not. Where people just trust the other platforms, Amazon more. Now, obviously, eBay is the number two. Amazon is number one. eBay is number two. It's just that perception. But Amazon is so big that, I mean, they are the 800-pound gorilla. But these smaller niche platforms that are coming on, there's just people, I think, looking to say, hey, I want to buy things online, but I don't want to go to Amazon, or I don't want to go to eBay. And if you don't have, let's say on eBay, you might have 1,000 of a certain item, but on Mercari, maybe there's only 150 items of that same listing, which makes it easier to sell, to people that are looking to buy those things.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife is sorry to interrupt. My wife is also one of these people. She's a skeptic when it comes to eBay. It's like I tell her, it's like, all right, let's go ahead and let's look for a new coffee table we need. She preferred to look on Wayfair, where everything is marked up. I don't know, 200% versus what's on eBay. Just because she doesn't trust eBay.
And I don't understand that, because it's not like it was. I've been on since 1998, and back then people would put cash in an envelope. They would use personal checks, and you'd have to wait. They would use money orders. I mean, I know I've been selling stuff, again, like I said, since 1998, but more so now, really full time, the last 4 or 5 months. And if someone's not happy with something, even if you don't offer returns, they're able to say it doesn't match the description, and they get their money back. So I don't know what eBay has to do to kind of change that. What really makes Amazon amazing is their Prime membership, because you can go on there and you can get anything really delivered into your house in 2 days, and they don't have, it's not a mom and pop. That's where the thing was at eBay, that probably 95% of their business is perceived as mom and pop. They're selling some of their own things now, because I think they saw that they were missing out on making money on selling those items, where you see like the eBay, daily deals and stuff like that, where they're behind. But still, even at Christmas time, a certain thing I read was like 50% of the stuff, even being, this is what people don't even understand on Amazon. 50% of the stuff that was sold on Amazon at Christmas time is by third-party people that are mom and pops selling these items.
Yeah,
So
and I think that
platforms are standing by. It's just a perception problem, I think.
Yeah, and I think it has a lot to do with the fact that every platform has their benefits, and then they have their downsides, and it also depends on the customer, like everything we've all been just talking about. But like, for example, Amazon, I can't go on Amazon and find like this antique thing. I don't think so. Like you go like to eBay for that, or Mercari, or even OfferUp or Let Go. You know what I'm saying? Like, every platform has their benefits. Like, you would go to like OfferUp or Let Go to find something that's a few blocks away. Like, hopefully I could find a mannequin. Like, I've been looking for a mannequin. Hopefully I can find a mannequin just a few miles away from my house, and just go pick it up, and I don't have to deal with shipping. I don't have to deal with nothing. And so yeah, every platform, I think, just has their upside, and then they have their downside. And I think that's what Amazon is trying to do. Amazon is trying to sell everything. You get what I'm saying? So eBay is a great place, because you can literally go there and find almost anything on eBay, and that's where eBay has that advantage over Amazon, I believe.
I think that's the advantage. I think that you can probably find anything on eBay, but you may not be able to find anything on Amazon.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because you're not restricted on eBay what you can sell. If I can't sell it on Amazon, I can sell it on eBay. It's just the platform of Amazon has such a huge base and what they sell. I mean, those envelopes. I sold 13 boxes of envelopes in like 3-4 weeks. It might have took me 3 months to sell on eBay. And that's also part of the problem, I feel personally, is because it's so easy to sell on eBay. You'll get people that don't understand how to make money and the pricing structure. And sometimes, like, you'll see stuff listed on eBay, and you're saying, how are they selling it so cheap? I mean, how did they get it? I mean, some of the prices that, like, I've had people email me and say, like, I'm like, well, no, I'm not going to drop the price, because I'm not going to sell it at a loss. So sometimes you got to have a little bit more patience when it comes to that. Is that you get people that kind of will go out there with some money, buying stuff, hoping to make, and then all of a sudden, 2 weeks into it, they give up, and they're just trying to sell this stuff, just trying to recoup some of their money.
I was laughing because Pat Sands commented, I don't think you can go on Amazon and find a $20,000 used mass spectrometer.
Not yet.
That was just so random. And I want to also mention something else. Like I know you guys saw that we got Josh on here and we got Oscar on here. They're both new resellers, and I'm a new reseller, and DG Picker's a new reseller. You know, and Pat D said he just started Amazon in January. You know, so that's technically he's a new reseller on Amazon too. So for you guys in the chat,
and I still consider myself new as far as doing this full time, even on eBay, because when I was doing it before, I would go times where I would maybe sell 2 months just to have extra money for a vacation or Christmas.
Same here.
I wasn't putting much thought into it to do it year round. I always had this assumption that, you know, I would see people on there, for example, selling cell phones, and I said, well, they must have a cell phone store. I never realized that I wish I would have found, you know, when I started wanting to do this, I got on YouTube and I started typing in eBay reseller, Amazon reseller. And I said, I know there's money to be made, but even though I was on since 1998, I still had to learn things. And I came across a great a group, and you know, people saying, and I'm still learning. I mean, I joke with Scott, the bearded picker, because he would joke about, you know, ass pads. And one day I went to the Salvation Army and I came out with, you know, the adult diapers. And my wife's like, what are you doing with those? And I had scanned them, and I was approved to sell that brand. Now, I've scanned other brands since then, and I'm not approved to sell all. I sold them within a week, all 3. I wish I could have got 20 of them, because I bought them for $4. I sold them for $15, and I still netted like $8 or $9. So I had 100%, 110% return on that, which is great, because most of the stuff that you're going to sell online, you're only going to net a 20 to 40% return after fees anyway. So anytime you're getting 100% return, I'm always conscientious that with owning these Amazon, I say owning because my name's on them. It's set up as a business. I have, you know, that I have 2 eBay stores and I have an Amazon store that I have fees I have to pay every month. I have to pay $40 to Amazon, and I have to pay $100, $125 or so to. So I know I have to right off the bat make $150 a month just to pay those. You know, so I'm constantly always looking. If I'm in a certain area looking for something to sell, but not just pay the fees, is be out there and constantly, and Josh seems like he struggles with that too, is looking for, because you don't want to just pay $40 just to have stuff sitting, you know, in the warehouse.
very true, very true. But yeah, I just wanted to tell everybody, whoever's still in the chat, if you're a new reseller and you'd like to be on this show just to talk, you know,
Said $49.95, 3 monthly payments.
yeah, it'll be $49.95, 3 monthly payments, 10 times a year. No, but yeah, that's what this is about. I really do want to invite anybody who's a new reseller and would like to come on the show. You don't have to do YouTube, none of that. If you do, that's great also. But just, you know, just to have new faces, just to everybody gets to know each other. You know what I'm saying? Let's all build this big, massive community and help each other out and just get to know each other and all that cool stuff. So if you want to do that, go ahead and after the live show, you can come back a little bit later or tomorrow, whenever, but just comment in the normal comment section that you would like to you know, check it out, or you can go to my Instagram at Fatman The Flipper, spelled just like that, Fatman The Flipper, and hit me up with a message, and we'll talk. See if you want to come on the show and just do this sometime, you know, whenever.
Yeah, and like he says, you don't have to have a channel if you want to come on, just like you're talking on the phone. You know, it's just a video phone call. And I mean, I'm glad to be on Alex's show, helping him. You know, we talked about the Google Hangouts and little tricks to do and stuff, because I was at this stage as far as YouTube 4 months ago, and I've had some great people. You know, Scott, the bearded picker. I'm on his show twice a week, and he's helped me a lot in just building confidence to be able to talk about this, because, you know, I take this serious. This to me is a business, and I think a lot of people out there are looking for can relate to a lot of things, looking to make extra money for a reason. Whether it's take a vacation, even if you're doing it part-time, to take a vacation, you want to do something with the house, you want to pay for your kids' college, or you want to get out of the rat race of holding a job. For me, it was a life-changing moment because I had a health issue and I had to restart. So I had to take this really serious and wake up. And I was glad to find this community, and it's really been important to me. I've made some good connections. So I like actually meeting these guys here that I can help, and I learn things from them because we're all in different areas of the country. I mean, I didn't know. I heard about Volunteers of America once. And then I had forgotten about it, and he brought it up again. So it's nice to have everyone. And Oscar's talking about the Beanie Babies. Hey, we don't want to laugh and say, hey, yeah, go and buy all the We sent all our Beanie Babies to him. We want to say to him, hey, look out, because just do your homework and make sure that you're not falling in love. If you're falling in love with something that you want to collect, that's fine. But if you want to sell something to flip it, don't be afraid. Sometimes I've been to places I'll say, I'll come back tomorrow for it. I don't have to spend the money that day.
Yeah, and Pat, I just want to tell you, for some reason,
I see it.
Yeah, your camera went out, so the whole time the screen was black. But
you can hear me still.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. I love to have you on here, man. Like you're part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Part of the whole community, dude. And I watch your stuff too, man. I learn a lot from you, man. And I think everybody else does. Everybody has something to offer, I feel. Whether you are, even if you're just thinking about reselling and you've never resold a thing in your life, but you're thinking about it, even you have something to offer when it comes to the topic of reselling online. Because your opinion matters. Your opinion counts, and it could spark something in somebody else, or give a great idea. So yeah, guys, if you wanna come on this show one night, just like I said, hit me up on Facebook. I know Tiffany says she's gonna hit me up on Facebook. Hit me up on Facebook if you got me. If you don't, you could just add me. I'm in the Fortunes and Reselling group, but you can add me. Just look up Fatman the Flipper. You'll find me there, or if not, Instagram. Or like I said, after the show, come back. You don't have to watch the whole show again. I would recommend it, but you don't have to. Just comment into it and let me know, and we'll get in contact somehow.
I have a quick question, Alex. Now, everybody here, and they didn't talk about it, but does it seem like all of us still have a full-time job, right?
I definitely have a full-time. I have 2 full-time jobs in one.
Right.
No.
How about you, Josh?
No. I was laid off at the beginning of January, and I've been doing eBay, like just kind of like with you, like if I needed a couple bucks for a vacation, things like that.
Right.
And I had enough stuff piled up that when that happened, I just went full time. I knew enough about all the parts I needed to make it work, but that's where I started having to learn. I'm learning Amazon. eBay was like secondhand nature. I didn't have to think about it. And Mercari was a quick learn. Poshmark I'm still on the fence about Poshmark, but it's still a quick learn as far as reselling and products and learning products. And that's where I find YouTube and the online community. But that's where I want Amazon to succeed because it is full time. I want all those different levels and layers of income, if you will.
And how about you, Oscar?
I have a full-time job, and also going to school part-time after I get out of that full-time job.
And Justin, you do painting, right?
Yep, full time there.
Not finger painting.
No.
No, you paint cars.
I don't use blow pens either. So.
What do you say?
Blow pens.
Oh, okay, yeah.
On TV, 3 payments of $19.95.
There you go. Hey, Alex Shane's in the group too here, Rising Grind Picker.
Yeah, hey Shane, I'm gonna make you a moderator if that's what. I've been meaning to like add moderators and stuff, and I do my best with trying to add people.
Shane's
What's up, Shane?
Guy.
That's my dog, Shane. Shane helps me out a lot. You guys don't even know.
Yeah.
That guy is if you want to really follow somebody. That's somebody to follow. But what I mean is like want to understand what it is to really grind and really hustle. Like Rise and Grind Picker. That's a great name for him, you know. But it's amazing how hard Shane works, man. And then he still has the time to really like try to, you know, help somebody out, you know. Shane,
Not only that, still work full time too.
Yeah, he works full. Exactly. You right.
Yeah, he's full time working, and then he does everything else that he does. I mean, and then there's the things that we don't even know that he does. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much more that he does, and it's just amazing that he's able to do it. Because I myself, I feel I do a lot, and in that sense, like when it comes to, you know, or you know, finding time to rest or really being on top of my schedule and everything, it becomes sometimes difficult, you know, and it's and when I talk to him or when I see him doing what he's doing, it gives me that motivation to, you know, you're all right, keep going. You know what I'm saying? Because we all need that. I don't care who you are. You could be that guy that's on the Facebook feed that when you scroll down, he just pops out screaming, "I'm the best, and I do this, and I do that." You could be that guy, but I promise you, even that guy has moments in the day or in the week that he feels like it's just too much, and it's difficult. But the difference is that there's things that are practiced that help you get through those moments in your day when it comes to, you know, managing all this stuff that we do, man. You know, there's certain ways to live life that make life that much better to live.
Hey Josh, what's your screen name? Is it Suburban Beard?
Yeah, everything is Suburban Beard. The website, the Instagram.
Okay, someone had a question for you. I'm not sure if you saw it. It said, so how scary was the transition, or were you going to make that change anyway? Train Watcher Don asked that.
I had the idea for the change, and my goal was to get through summer before doing it. Obviously, things happen differently. So the first day, right after everything went down, it was scary. I mean, I've got 3 kids, house, cars, all the fun stuff, and came home and we're like, all right. And the next day, I just started listing. I actually paid for the eBay store and just kept going, and then it just kept going. You know, I wasn't going to stop. It was either that or go back. I mean, I'm 38, so I've been selling for 19, 20 years now. That's all I've ever done. It's been commission only, commission, you name it. I've done a little of all of it. So this is just a different way of what I've been doing my whole life. And I don't have to deal with people, which is kind of nice, you know. I don't have the retail side of it. I never have to deal with again. So again, it was scary when it went down, but I had like the best sleep in a long time. I just started saying, I'm doing this and making it happen. And here we are, 4 months later, we'll say, you know, to be safe, but yeah.
Yeah, you know, one thing this allows, if you can turn it into successful making money, is to have the freedom. Like tomorrow will be the first time in, I think, 15 years having off for Easter. But yet my store on eBay and Amazon are still running. And I do a bunch of things. I show property, and I also do Instacart grocery delivery. So but I don't have to do those things tomorrow. Next week, I'm going to Michigan. My son is in a robotics program, and we've never been to Ohio. We've never been to Michigan. So he's a senior this year. We're going to have the ability. And that's what I like. I'm doing a bunch of things, but I'm trying to set it up that probably within the next 2 or 3 years, all I can rely on in basically is doing eBay and Amazon. Expectations for everybody can be much different depending upon where you live. But for me, and I'm the oldest member here on the panelist. I'm 47, and this is really important to make this work because I'm not I'm not going out into the regular workforce again because not in all honesty, even though I have a lot of knowledge and employed a lot of people, not many people want to give you that opportunity anymore. They don't want to pay for that knowledge, or they want you to start at the bottom again. So that's why I like this, platform.
Oh yeah, that is an awesome. That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. That story. So yeah, guys in the chat, if you're not subscribed already, Let's see if this guy ends up doing YouTube. Who knows? It might be, and if he does, you could be part of the beginning of the whole thing. Just go to he just put a comment in the chat. Go over to his chat, to his little comment, and if you go to the right side, there'll be 3 dots, or it'll be somewhere there, and go to the 3 dots and click on his channel and go and subscribe. And same thing for my boy Oscar over here. Subscribe. Maybe he'll end up doing some YouTubes. You know what I'm saying? and definitely DG Picker. Everybody that's in the chat already subscribed to DG Picker. That's my dog. He's almost got as many as me, and he's catching up to me. I'm slowing down. I don't know what happened, but but yeah. Anyway, and Pat also, and Pat, you know, of course.
Speaking of Rise and Grind Picker, that subscribed to him about 3 weeks ago. One of his videos popped up in my feed. It was Amazon return box, I think. And I just started watching it. It was one of those that popped up. Hey, let's watch it. Let's see who this guy is. And I remember him going through this box and he found used boxers. And I was like, who in Amazon boxers? And this guy's got to dig through it. So I had to watch the whole video, obviously. And then I just kept going. You know, I went into like deep into the vortex and just like, I think binge watch most of his videos. But
yeah, that's the one I think he found like 100 pairs of gloves.
Yes.
Gloves.
Yep.
Yeah, if you want, there's a lot of stuff that gets returned that should just get trashed.
No,
Oh yeah.
No, hey, look, it's Sarah and Jackie. They in the chat. No, it's not over. It's not over.
It's never over.
I'm gonna make them moderators. You know why? Because they love being moderators. Every time I watch a live chat, they're all up in the chat, man. They're helping out with all kind of stuff. I'm gonna do it. I just made them moderators.
When DoorDash be a moderator?
Well, don't make me, because I can't even see the chat.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, I can't see. You can't see the chat, so you come on, man. You got to get things working over there, bro.
Yeah, come on, Jeff. I mean, come on. Yeah.
Come on, Jeremiah.
Yeah.
J.A. Ron?
But to like ride on the coattails of what you were saying though, Pat, like it, you know, going back into the workforce after being in for so long, like I don't know what I would do beyond painting cars, because that's what I've spent a good portion of my adulthood, like, you know, as far as like all my knowledge and schooling has all been cars and paint. So beyond cars and paint, like what the hell am I going to go do? Like, I'm definitely not going to go work at McDonald's.
Yeah.
Like, so beyond, like, getting into something like this is a little better than going to McDonald's.
And it doesn't mean that you have to quit painting cars. You know, I have a 29-year-old son that works for Home Depot in the warehouse now. He's been there over 5 years. He has a college degree in auto mechanics, and he does it on the side for extra money. He likes to go down to Disney World with his fiance, and I'm fine with that, because I tell him I actually manage his 401k for him through Home Depot, and I wouldn't want him to quit just to do eBay and Amazon, because you can't paint this picture that this is for everybody, or that this is some magic. That this is, to get serious about this. This is a business, and you have to know how to scale it up and do it. I sell roughly, and to some people, I know guys here that are selling $50,000 a month. I sell roughly about $900 a week between both platforms, which, if you do the math, I'm probably making around $400. I know that I can't give up those other things that I'm doing. I'm not at that level yet. What I'm trying to do is put some money to the side, and then I like to get into the future some, liquidation pallets and things like that.
Yeah.
Now, how Jeff? How old are you?
I'm 28.
Yeah, I'm old enough to be your dad, and start saving. And this would, and why are these guys laughing? Because I said I'm old enough to be Jeff. Because I said I'm old enough to be your dad. You said before the show, they said we're bringing the old man on, and I was waiting for another guy to come on, and it was I figured it out. I was the old man, so that's why they're laughing at me, but that's okay. But Jeff, save your money, and don't be afraid, because with having a full-time job and making what you're making, you can make mistakes doing this eBay and Amazon stuff on the side. Alex is gonna bust a nut there.
Oh man, I think I
Hey
did.
Jeff, I love you, man, right? I'm sending you 50 cents next week. I want you to go get those laxatives at the Dollar General, because I never have good luck getting them. So make sure that you get that for me. I couldn't talk about that on the 10 o'clock hour because the kids are still up. You right, Jeff?
Yeah.
Jacob and I were on the phone last night talking, going over I'm like, I don't know if I could go back into a daily job. And then Jacob's like, just go get a job at Dollar General. Tell me the penny items. And I was like, Jacob, you're a genius. And I'm like, I don't think I could anymore. I really don't think I could.
Hey George, is that true? For those of you who weren't in the chat earlier, it's you'll catch on. You'll catch on. So
These guys are laughing so hard. Treasure Hustlers are saying that their video is lagging. So, Alex, you got to calm down, buddy. You're the connection's going crazy in Miami.
Oh,
that's what it's reconnect. That's what it's about, man. You gotta laugh, man. You gotta laugh.
Life is short. Life is short. You got to laugh and enjoy. I always tell my employees, you're here for one reason, to make money, but let's have a good time. Sometimes we'll spend, and this is what's happening even with YouTube. Sometimes you will spend more time together with employees or coworkers than you do your own family. And you got to have a good, good sense of humor. You got to love one another and have a good time, because if people are miserable and bringing other people down, who wants to associate with those other people? So Jeff, I love you, buddy. And don't be upset. All right. I want you to keep the job, save the money until you build up. When you build up like a $10,000 little cash hoard, then let's go out and I'll help you with some videos. We'll go out and get some liquidation pallets and make a ton of money.
That's what I want to get into that too.
Jeff, I agree with you 100%.
Yo, but Jebediah, before you say anything, their train watcher. No, who was it?
Train watcher.
Yeah, he was talking about getting you some Verizon or some Sprint for your internet. You gotta look into it, dude. We need you to get your internet fixed. You know what? I got a new goal. I'm gonna write this down, and by the end of this week, we're gonna fix that. Because next week, we're gonna go. I don't know. I don't want to say. I don't want to commit to it because I don't know how. Really, how is your internet? The internet over there, is it because you live like in a far away place or something, right? Like the boonies, yeah.
Yeah.
I have amazing internet.
But okay, so Josh, you live in like a more populated area?
West side of Cleveland, yes.
Yeah, so it's
Well, you know what? I'll have Jordash just come over.
Yeah, there you
do
go.
the video together, make life easier.
Dude, that would be awesome. You want to do that?
Yeah, why not?
Hey, George. Hey,
don't say his real name. How dare you?
No, Jimberlake. Would you be able to go next week to Josh's house, all the way an hour away from you? Because that would be amazing. All right, guys in the chat, type 1. I'm gonna do the Wade thing. Type 1 if you want Justin over here to go all the way to Josh's house, 1 hour north of him in Ohio. Type 1 in the chat. And if you want him to just fix his internet, type 2. And yeah, that's it. I'm just gonna leave it at those. Those are your two options.
Now, what happens if you want Jeff to do both?
All right, who wants Jeff? Jeff,
Get better internet, and then
Jump-
go to Josh's to do some videos.
yeah, Jambalaya. If you guys want Jambalaya to do both, type
That's
3.
3. That's a 3. I'm getting a 3.
Well, Jordash and I have an awesome video idea planned. Actually, there's about halfway between us. There is an outlet mall, and there's some out there. So we actually want to meet up out there, and there's some fun stuff you can do out there that we want to put into video. So we plan on that already. But yeah, for the regular chat,
that'd be great. That'd be great. See, there's a lot of 3s.
Yeah, that's it. You got to do both. So you got to fix your internet and go all the way to Josh's house.
Yeah,
All right,
I just got a text from Verizon about getting an upgrade. So rather than upgrading my phone, I think we're gonna bounce some internet out to my garage so I can actually have some internet.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be good.
Yeah, man, I would love to do this on your channel.
We have the one box in the house, but when the wife and kid are awake using it for Netflix, it me and Alex set it up like 2 weeks ago to go live, and then because she was on Netflix, it totally wiped everything out and shut everything off.
Wow. Yeah, that sucked.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Frontier Flipper just called you Jetson. That's awesome.
Jetson.
He hasn't reached that yet. That's the 12 o'clock hour.
Oh, sorry.
All right, guys. So we're a little over an hour now. If you want us to keep going, type 1. No, you know what? If you want us to keep going, type the word Jordash. And if you want us to say good night, don't type anything.
Some might not be able to spell Jordash. So Jeff is easier
Jose
to spell,
Jetson.
you know. See, yeah, Jackie they said they can't spell Jordash. There you go.
How about
DoorDash jeans over here I can hold up so everyone can spell it.
Everybody type in a name that starts with the letter J. We're gonna start a list, and we're just gonna go by that list, and that's how to call our friend DG Picker.
Seriously, speaking of Jordash, though, I made 3 of my first ever large flips of vintage with Jordash swim trunks. I paid $25 for a massive lot of random stuff weeks ago and finally got to the close. And I sold each pair of those Jordash swim trunks for about $14 net profit. So I'm in love with Jordash swim trunks.
Nice.
Oh, Cubana So is real quiet over there too.
What was that, Julio?
Julio, yeah, we're gonna do the Spanish thing. Sue actually had a good question. Not saying that anybody else didn't have one, because I honestly haven't read everything yet, but I saw this one, and that's a good question. What did everyone sell this week? Anything cool? Anybody sell anything like odd or like whatever?
I don't know. They weren't odd, but I had a good flip. I sold a $200 pair of shoes that I picked up at a higher end Goodwill 3 months ago for $35. So I had them listed for like $250. I guess the retail was $695, but I saw them selling them on the website for around $325. I had them listed for $245, and I took a best offer of $200.
What kind of shoes were those?
They were a Hugo.
Oh, Hugo Boss.
Yeah, Hugo Boss. Yep.
Yeah, Hugo Boss is good, man.
Yeah.
Hugo Boss is good.
So I mean, I did good. I sold a pair actually about 5 or 6 weeks ago. I can't remember the name, but I paid $10 for them. A store had closed down, and they donated them to the Salvation Army, and I got 100 for them. So I wish I could find stuff like that more often.
Nice.
It's quiet. It's quiet today, but I think because of Easter tomorrow, people are busy with family functions and stuff like that. But I tell you, this week I've had a pretty good week. Every day I've been selling a bunch of things. Actually selling some stuff that I've had listed for 3 or 4 months. So it's good to get rid of some of that old inventory, and some stuff is cheap. I sold a couple shirts for $8 or $9, but I only paid $1 for them. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I just sold like some Under Armour stuff, North Face, jackets, some random little items, nothing crazy.
I sold a Father of the Year California Raisins vintage T-shirt.
All stained up.
Oh yeah, stains all over it.
You sold it?
Oh yeah, I did. That one I sent you with like the stains on it. I was like, I'm gonna try it.
When you sent me that picture, I'm like, how in the world did you even sell that? Like, did they even look at the pictures?
I hope so. I notated it. It was in the comments, the description, obviously the photos, everything, even the fading. I tried to get good photos of but it's a California Father of the Year, bro. Everybody needs one.
What sell that on?
eBay.
eBay?
And then the other one that I was actually telling you about, I have a 12-year-old daughter who loves K-pop, Korean boy band music. And we were in Target, and there was some clearance. There's like these purple and white books, and right past them, and she stops, and she's like, "Hey, these are only $4 each." She's like, "They'll sell instantly," and I'm like, "All right." I'm like, "I'll make you a deal." I go, "I'll split it with you if they actually sell," because I was trying to look up comps, and I couldn't really find anything. Both of them sold overnight, $20 net profit each, and I paid $4 at Target. They were returned open CD albums. They were both new albums for BTS, Korean K-pop music.
Nice. How about you, Oscar?
I sold my first 2 books on Amazon.
Nice.
Yeah, and I got them. They were the Dollar Tree ones that had that weird UPC on the back that says fiction, the ones that don't scan.
Right.
So I had to type in the title of the book before I decided to buy them. But that was just yesterday. I saw both of them yesterday, actually.
And you don't even use Scott IQ, right?
No, I use Spotify.
Well, do you have the Amazon Seller app, Oscar?
Yeah, that's normally what I use to scan.
You can scan the front of the book, and if you hold it back at a certain distance, it will. I'm amazed by that technology, but you don't need to type it in. It'll find the book, and I have a lot of success with that.
Yeah.
So try it that way next time.
Yeah, I'll try it because I know that the UPCs, the ones that says fiction on the back of half of the books on Dollar Tree, none of those scan.
Right.
What comes out is always the same book, and it's like a something Bill Clinton book. That's what pops up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, don't forget to check the back covers of those books. The UPC is usually sometimes buried inside.
Oh, or on the inside of the dust jacket. I've seen that.
Yeah. But yeah, the other one is just take a photo of the book inside of Amazon's app, and it'll look for that book image, obviously, inside of Amazon.
No, definitely. I'll try that next time.
What about you, Alex? What'd you sell?
I sold a Starbucks mug.
Woo woo!
Nah, I sold a bunch of books on Amazon. I sold a Starbucks mug. I sold a pair of shoes. What kind of shoes were they? I think they were Michael Kors. Yeah, Michael Kors. I think they were Michael Kors. I can't remember. Sold a pair of shoes. Sold a couple things on eBay and Poshmark. Not too much this week, but Amazon. I sold a bunch of books. But as many Cleveland Picker. He sold 30 books this week on Amazon.
That's awesome.
That is awesome, dude. I average at about 2 to 3 books a day. No, yeah, like 2 to 3 books a day. I do about 10 to 15 books a week.
That's good. You're just starting out.
Yeah, dude. Last week I sent like 600 pounds of books. Like I don't play with the books, bro. I don't play with the books. I love selling books. Like you don't understand.
I
And
need to find more books.
yeah, books are great if you can get them
figured out.
If you can get them really, really, really cheap. Because it's true what people say. A lot of people say, "Oh, but the fees are just so much and this and that." It is true. It's a lot. It's a lot that they charge in fees for some of these books, and especially some books are really heavy. There's books that are like this thick, like especially like textbooks and stuff. They're like this thick, and they're big and they're heavy, and they charge you a lot in fees.
That's what she said.
But yeah, it's definitely worth looking for them if you can get them cheap, man. Oscar found the book today. I think I took a screenshot of it. I don't know how he does it. He has this talent, man. He just walks up to stuff. He touches it. I promise you, if he doesn't touch it, it's not worth anything. But as soon as he walks up and he just touches it, it just all of a sudden it's got a great
for $90,
and it scans for $90. I mean, I'll show you guys. Here's a little bolo for a book. Hold on. No, my screenshot.
It was the Book of Love, I think it was called, something like that.
The Book of Love.
And it's still inside the car. I haven't taken anything down.
All right, so here it is. This. Let's see if you guys can see that. All right, so the E score is 10. The rank is 1.1 million, right? There's no FBA sellers, and there's a bunch of used sellers on there. I'll just read it to you guys. The used buy box is 89.89. He could easily take a few bucks off of that. The book is basically the E score 10 is saying that the book sells about twice a month. There's only 27 used 27 people selling it under used, and the book is called The Book of Love by Laura. Do you have the book with you by any chance?
It's in the car. It's in the car with everything else.
Yeah, sorry about that supposed bolo. It's called The Book of Love by Laura something PhD. I can't see it that good, but it's a white and red book.
Here, I'll go grab it.
Yeah, go grab it, man. Go grab it. But the thing about the E score is that it's not a quick selling book, but the profit on it is pretty good. So it's something where depending on what your business model is and how fast you want to flip that money, if you could, I mean, if you're investing, like, I don't know how much he paid for the book, but I'm sure he didn't pay much. Even if it's $1 for a profit margin like that, I'm sure you don't mind waiting. With books, that's my idea. Is it's like me putting money inside of a piggy bank and I'm letting it chill. You know what I'm saying? And letting it grow. So books are awesome especially if you're new on Amazon, because you'll sell books, you'll make, and then on top of that, you're creating like a flow of sales. You know what I'm saying? And it helps you get ungated in things a lot faster. It's just better. Sell books, man. Books are awesome.
See, like some of those that I sent you, like even used, I would still make like $5 on some of those. But if they sell or how fast they sell, I have no idea about any of that. But like the ranking on them that I saw, like between Scoutify 2 was pretty decent, but I don't have like the Scout IQ app to tell me more like you're looking at.
Yeah, the thing with the ranking, especially with books, is it's true, man. The rank changes so fast, and it goes up and it goes down. I mean, it's a good indicator of knowing that it's gonna sell. You know what I'm saying?
Like a couple of them were top 1%. There was like a top 4%, a top 3, and one was a top 8. So I know that's not going to be good. But then that very first one I sent you, that's a total flop. But whatever, it was $1. So
yeah, it's I don't know. I think I'll probably do like a video on Q. I just understand it. It just makes sense to me, and the way figure out what I'm gonna sell. Like, yeah, you could sell it for $80. You know what I'm saying? This book, instead of listing it for $89.99, drop the price, you know, at 80 or whatever, $79.99, and you'll most likely win the buy box, and it's just, I don't know, it just makes sense to me. I'll have to like organize myself and try to make a video. What's up, Borderline Harder-ish?
Alex, I have this book actually, but the only problem is when I went to send it in, this book sells for $101 at the buy. It's a German. It's like a German an induction to German language and culture for communication. So it's like a German school book. It sells for $101. The thing is, what I have to do is I have to put my own sticker on it. It wouldn't allow me to send this in and have them sticker it. So I did get a Dynamo printer recently. I just haven't hooked it up yet because I'm setting up a new space in the house, actually downstairs in the basement, where I'm going to have it shipping in, because I kind of, been doing this, took over the kitchen and the living room, and it's become a struggle sometimes to you get things cleaned up, and then, before you know it, you got another pile of stuff to list and sell. But this book is $101. I paid $1 for it. So I have it. I actually will be willing to take $75 for it because the fee preview is $18.65. I just got to figure out how to send it in right to them, and I got several books actually like that. But I just wanted to show you that one. That it is a student edition book.
Now with those student books, I learned recently, you have to really pay attention to the listings, because when you use like Scout IQ, you really want to pay attention to the listings, because people up there, you see listings that you're like, why is this even an option? But there's books that the cover and everything is similar, especially with like textbooks and stuff, but it's a different edition.
Right. Yeah.
So you want to look for, you want to open up the book a little bit and look for the year. Just make sure that it's the same exact book, because you can easily send in the wrong book, and you don't want to do that. I almost did that with a biology book. I bought it at a yard sale for $1. It was gonna make me like $200, and I bought it. Took it home, whatever. And when I went to go list it, something caught me in in the corner of my eye, and I look at there was a difference. One was the 5th edition, and the other one was like 3rd edition,
right,
4th edition or something. It was like a different year, but it was the same exact book. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So when it comes to that, definitely want to look out. Pay attention to that stuff.
Alex, you see who joined the room too? Also,
is that who? Kim?
And the bearded picker too.
No, where's he at?
He just came in. He said, "Good evening."
Well, what do you mean? Scott's on our chat. Look, he's right here, down here at the bottom.
Oh, there he is.
Where'd he go?
Hey, hey, Josh.
Yeah.
Hey, Scott, you're gonna freak out, man. Josh, say what's up to Scott, Josh.
Hi, Dad.
He said, "Hi, Dad." That's just too much.
See, I still haven't got. This is the kind of stuff that I find for pennies, 25 cents, 50 cents, and then they sell. Well, I profit $4 to $5. That's the kind of stuff I stumble upon, but I only find like 2 to 3 at a time. I never find that bulk, like 50 of them, that I can just send in.
Scott said, he was like, "Damn, I have a twin." Yeah, man. Yo, but what was that? That was a beard thing, right?
It's a joke thing. Emergency beard guard.
And what'd you say the profit on that is?
So I spent 50 cents, and there are 300,000 in toys, and let's see, net would be $4.09.
Oh, $4. I thought you said 40 something. I'm like,
oh, that'd be awesome.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, if it's 300,000 in toys, try to do a little bit more research before. Well, you're only gonna send in like a couple of them, right?
Right.
But
I have
still,
one for my own amusement.
try to do a little bit of research on it, like before you actually send it in, because you don't want it to go over there and then it's just sit around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
300,000 in toys. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. It'll sell. You know what I'm saying? But
That's where I've had my luck with all that stuff. Any toy like that, the small bag stuff you find, anything like that, like the Vampirina collectibles or any of that kind of small bag stuff. Anytime I find it, I always fall on it. I just send it in to get something into Amazon since I'm so new, and it always goes within a couple days. But again, I only find 4 or 5 of them at a time.
yeah, when you find stuff like that, if you find it at like a specific store, you know, a cool thing you could do is try to just hit up all of that store. You know what I'm saying? And try to find that item, and if it's worth it though. I mean, I don't know if like the $4 profit is worth like just blindly going to a bunch of stores and spending a bunch of gas and to find a few more, but when you find stuff that has a good margin on it, and everything else just pans out, that's what you want to do, man.
Hey, Jeff, are you following along?
Yep, I'm just listening.
All right, buddy. Did you see Scott? He had to remind himself he's stone cold sober. He probably turned this on and thought he was on the show and didn't even realize he dialed in.
Hey, yeah, it's true what Sue says. There isn't much fee, storage fee on that little item. That's if you like had a ton of them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I got the book.
So that's
There
the
it
book.
is.
Guys. Look it up if you want. It's Laura Berman, PhD, The Book of Love. I would keep that book and read it first. And
Yeah.
I saw, it's funny. I saw a book the other day at the bookstore similar to that, and it had a sticker on the outside that said used. And I'm thinking, now who the hell returns that book used? Something didn't work right, or I don't know.
Yeah, the paper started sticking together.
And I'm being conservative because the cover was more. I was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe it.
yeah, I've found some crazy books too, and like books that'll have good profits, and you just it's just that the book is weird, and at the same time,
I found a lot of books last week, and I saw that almost all of them, well, the ones that look to see in new condition, they were all signed by the author.
Yeah, they're worth some extra money. I see
this one was signed on the cover.
Yeah.
This one had a sticker that said autographed copy.
Yeah, I've seen those.
And I found this one in particular that had a book signing flyer inside of it. And this book, I searched it on Amazon, and it was listed at $189, but for an unsigned copy. So I'm not sure where to sell these.
yeah, you know what? That's a good one, man. I was thinking like put it on eBay and throw the price up there, but yeah, you would definitely need to do some little bit of research on that. Or anybody got suggestions in the chat? He has a book that's signed by the author on Amazon. It's going for $180 something, not signed. So should he try to sell it on Amazon as collectible with an autograph and raise the price a little bit, or should he go on eBay with it? What do y'all think?
Have you checked any of the comps on eBay to see if there's any other ones obviously signed by the author?
No, I didn't see anything with signed. I went through them and there were no signed. I did also go on abesbooks.com, and then I saw that there was several copies being sold for the same amount, but none of them were signed. I mean, the book looks like it's in perfect condition. I don't mind sitting on it for a while. I have more than enough space, so that I can see, try to get the most out of it. But I mean, going back to what you guys were saying earlier, I mean, I paid 33 cents for that book. And as a matter of fact, I don't know if Oscar S is still in the, he was on the other side scanning books when I scanned these books. And I know he was there before us, so I don't know how he missed them. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe it's one of those things that I just went straight up to it and, just started scanning them.
Now, Oscar, you just did your first video with Alex, right?
Yeah, me and Alex have gone out a couple times doing yard sales.
Right. I think it'd be cool in the summer. Well, I mean, you guys are in Florida, so it's always summer there, I guess. But to have like even if you rent like a convertible and you guys do some videos and do when you're driving there, getting to the place, and you guys can do some cool videos down there, I think.
Yeah, I want to go. I want to go to like South Beach and do some retail arbitrage on South Beach in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
While everybody's riding around in their rollerblades and skateboards and bikinis and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
You seen me down there?
Huh? Yeah, you definitely, you with a bikini on, man. That would make a great video. That should be your first video on YouTube.
Immediate ban.
3 strikes. You're out.
I actually want to go to New York City and do some stuff, but now with that rule of 1,000 subs, I'd have to tape it, so you can't go mobile. But I want to see what it'd be like to shop the Goodwills. I pulled them up. I found there's like 20 Goodwills in Manhattan to see what kind of stuff we would really get, because New York City, there's a lot of money there. So I wonder what gets donated to those Goodwills.
Yeah, not just a lot of money. There's a lot of people.
Yeah, and you don't see anybody have a video that in other words, you don't see hey, New York City here, and this is what we got, and I wonder what kind of stuff they really get there. So I'm only an hour and a half away, but I want to go. Like I said, I want to go there and do. So that's the hope by this summer, to get to 1,000 subs, and then do some lives from New York City. I just think it'd be a neat aspect, just like you guys have such a neat. With the weather, and because and meeting Oscar today and watching the video, you guys have great personalities that you guys can make some fun. You guys driving and laughing and make it fun. Not just boring, and talk about the stuff you're going to look for. And if you see you see a lady on a skateboard walking a dog, put it in your video. You know what I mean?
We did see a lady walking a dog.
Well, I know.
Ladies walk dogs all day in Miami.
I'm talking about on a skateboard. And, maybe on a skateboard in a bikini. That'd be part of
you would love to see that on video, wouldn't you? Everybody would love to see that on video. No, I try to keep mine a little more family friendly. You know what I'm saying? I don't want no strikes, man. I don't want.
Pee Wee Herman's in the bathroom.
Because South Beach is a topless. It's a
lady on a bikini is you'll be fine. You'll be fine. As long as she's walking your dog, people will comment more about the dog than they are about the lady on the skateboard.
No, you know what I was thinking? Doing a yard sale on the beach. Like, just bring a bunch of stuff to the beach and just open up a table and put signs in the yard sale.
You probably get arrested for not having a permit.
Hey man, connections. I got connections.
All right.
Yeah, I have.
Do it then.
I have the cops help me bring the stuff down.
New York City, get a rope. Pat Sands, I should get it. I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know what it means either.
Yeah,
Hey, Sue says signed books go under collectible category. I don't know if you saw that, Oscar. Yeah, I got a few signed books. I haven't touched them because I actually got them like valued and they don't really sell for much because the authors just aren't that great or something like that. I don't know. So Jefferson, let's go back up to that list of names because you all did take the time out of your day to type in. Look, my favorite one was from my homeboy in Miami, K97. My favorite one is called Jalapeno. It almost tricks you because the
You gotta say
sound-
jalapeno.
Jalapeno. Ooh, I
Yeah.
like that. Jalapeno. You got Jose C.
John Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah, you got that one. You got Juan. Juan is a good one. That was from Sarah and Jackie. I don't know if it was Sarah or Jackie. Jackie's a Joker. Johnny 5 is alive.
Hey, hey, Jeff. Maybe that's a shirt idea instead of like a big S like Superman, like a big J. You know, and maybe like behind it like a big shiny penny, like a J over a penny.
There you go.
Yeah,
I like that idea, man.
exactly.
Jay, the DG picker.
That's right.
Well, guys, it's getting close to midnight, and
Yeah, and
That's
pretty
right.
soon we're gonna get to bed because that rabbit comes tonight. And I've always been told if you're not in bed, that rabbit doesn't put the Easter basket under the tree.
yes, that's true.
You know.
That's true. The Easter Bunny. I heard that the Easter Bunny is different at night. So like they tried to
stab
scare
you.
me. Yeah, it'll stab you.
I hit 125 eggs in the house already. So
Nice.
the Easter Bunny did, right?
So guys, let's close it up. Let's close it up. Let's start off with the most talkative person in this whole chat.
Jeremiah?
My homeboy, Jalapeno, Jeremiah, Judas,
Jeff.
well, Jeff.
Or Jordan.
Jeff.
That's a crazy one.
Yeah, his name's Jordan, guys. So if you don't know, that's my dog right there. Jordan, you got any final words you'd like to say to the peoples?
Scan books. Learn books. This is what I'm learning. Learn book.
I'm with you.
Yeah, but don't stop sourcing and don't sell yourself short on other platforms. And yeah, get out there and find stuff. And you only got one penny item for Tuesday.
All right, Pat D's, what's up? You want to say good night to everybody?
All right. Yeah. Hey, all joking aside, Jeff, you know we love you.
Yes.
So don't forget it, buddy. Hey, I appreciate you coming on the show tonight. And actually, tomorrow night I'm going to be on Borderline Hoarders for Easter at 7 o'clock East Coast time, and we're going to give away a bunch of prizes. So, any of you guys want to stop on, as long as you're in the room a couple minutes, we're going to be doing some prizes and stuff. So, again, appreciate meeting all of you guys. If you guys haven't subscribed to Fatman The Flipper channel, Alex, please do.
Thank you, Pat. Thank you. Oscar, what's up? Que vuelta, que vola. Look, I'm gonna teach y'all something real quick. Cubans, we say que vola. That's what's up in Cuban. It's only that. All right, what's up, Oscar?
No, it was nice being here. It was good to be here with everybody. I definitely learned a lot. No more Beanie Babies. I guess I'll keep those for my personal collection. Again, I hope that we can do this again. I think that this is good, for somebody new like me to learn about Amazon and how I can become smarter in my sourcing process, and listing, and a bunch of good tips for me to move forward as a reseller. So I hope that I'm given the opportunity maybe in the future to be again in another show, and that's it.
That's what's up, Oscar. And that now, what can I call you? Scott Jr. Scott Jr.
Scott Wannabe. I'll go with that one. Even I'm okay with that.
Say something to the people.
This is awesome. I want to thank all of you, Alex, everybody being on the show. Thank you for having me on. I know we tried it before, it didn't work out, but I was really stoked to be on it. It's awesome. Commenters, everybody, thank you. I've subscribed to everybody I could as well. Part of the community, meeting new people, finding out new info, learning what to do, what not to do, or learning what not to do and sharing it. That always helps everyone as well. So whatever we can do together to grow and find the book of love. And babies, Jordash, and
no Game of Thrones Oreos.
Yeah. Well, no, I bought 6 packets. That's different. That's
And if he doesn't sell the 2 that he has left, he'll just have them tomorrow at Easter and dip them in milk.
Yeah.
So he's safe.
Set those out for the Easter Bunny.
That's right.
Well, guys, it was awesome to do this again, and we're gonna keep doing it again. Thank you all on the panel for being here, being part of this experience with me. DG Picker, aka Jalapeno, aka Justin, aka Jeff, aka Jabediah, aka Joker, aka I could just keep going with the AKAs. Super J, you're awesome.
Yeah.
Oscar, my homeboy at Cubanazo. If you guys haven't subscribed, he probably will never come out with a YouTube video, but go ahead and subscribe to his channel just to show him that you think he has some cool headphones and stuff. I don't know. Just subscribe.
No, if I get 10 subscribers, I'll make a video. If I get 10 subscribers now, I'll make a video. and then I'll never put out another video.
There you go. And Josh, thank you for being here. Also, you're welcome back anytime. And Pat, you already know you're welcome, man, anytime, man.
Yeah,
and all you people,
really appreciate it.
Yeah, it just makes it more. I could have 20 people at the bottom of this little panel right here. I'd do it. So
before we go, Pat, how many people can you fit in this?
I don't know. I think I've seen it 8. I think because I was joking one time with somebody that one more and we had the Brady Bunch panel. So I'm not sure.
Let's do that.
10.
Let's
10?
do that. All right, for you all in the chat, especially
Scott says the Bearded Picker says 10.
Let's do it. That's what we're doing. Not only is Jefferson going all the way to North Ohio, one entire hour north of him, to meet up with Josh, the suburban beard. He's going to meet up with him next week, and he's going to have internet. But we're also going to try to put as many that are this whole reselling thing at the bottom of this chat. So if you guys are watching and you would like to be part of this craziness, go ahead and hit me up either on my YouTube, on my Facebook, wherever. My email is fatmantheflipper@gmail.com. Hit me up. We're going to put you on. We're going to load this up. And so that way we can talk about crazy, stupid stuff and have fun as new resellers. And thank you guys for watching. Have a happy Easter tomorrow for those who celebrate Easter. And I hope you guys enjoy time with your family. Remember, life is not just about reselling and making money. Family is very important. Spend time with them. Find time to spend trapped up in this whole, I got to do this and that, and then we forget. But don't forget. And I hope you all have a great time, man. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for watching Treasure Hustlers. See what I said? Look how many times they have commented something in the last Like just that whole row. They're one of the best moderators I've ever seen. They're thank you guys, Sarah, Jackie, Peter Picker, my mom in the chat. Sue is an awesome moderator. Also, she's awesome. Pat Sands, I love your comments. Half of them don't make sense to me. Terry.
That's my mom, by the way. That's my mom. That's a cool mom right there, Terry Pereira.
Oh, Terry, what's up, Terry? Oh, she's Cuban too, right? Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Come on.
What's up, Deirdre? Pat D's. Wait, I'm losing. Scott K97. Alma Gonzalez, Trista, Deidre, I keep saying the same people. Lance Shark, Oscar, everybody, good night.